There are incredible superpowers that come with the pursuit of FIRE, financial independence, retire early. These superpowers allow FIRE practitioners to get incredible results that seem impossible to mere mortals. If you're already a FIRE superhero, hopefully you know about these powers and you're already using them. And if you're new to FIRE, well, you're about to learn about these superpowers which can transform your financial life and unlock the fast track to financial freedom. The first superpower we have to discuss is the bedrock of FIRE. It's the power to save half of your income or more. This isn't just a financial strategy, it's the core feature of the FIRE lifestyle. With this superpower, you not only grow your wealth, but you expedite your time to reach financial independence. Because a very high savings rate is the key to achieving financial independence, and the higher your savings rate, the faster you'll get there. And there's an aspect of saving such a large percentage of your income that people often miss. They miss the double benefit of saving money. It not only increases the amount of money that you have available to save and invest, but it also reduces the amount that you need to save for financial independence. Because when you save more, you also learn to live on less, which means that your lifestyle costs less. Therefore, compared to non-FIRE people without this superpower, you're coming out way ahead. You have more money saved and you don't need to save as much. This is how you can reach financial independence so quickly. It's like turbocharging your journey to FIRE. Another thing that turbocharges your journey is this next superpower. It's the power to understand the rules of the system. Knowing the rules of the system unlocks all kinds of financial hacks and advantages. And paired with our superpower of saving, it leads to some incredible results. Let's take income taxes, for example. With FIRE, you pay way less taxes because you show way less income on your tax return. You understand how income taxes and tax brackets work, and you know how to deduct and defer your income using strategies like retirement accounts and business deductions. Even in taxable accounts, you can be very tax efficient, taking advantage of things like 0% long-term capital gains rates. Overall, you understand the power of having a high amount of wealth, but a low amount of taxable income. Another advantage to this is qualifying for certain income-based programs and subsidies. Most subsidies out there are income-based. And a low income, at least as shown on a tax return, allows you to qualify for these sorts of things. For example, in my area, the city has a rebate program for the purchase of an e-bike, and the largest vouchers are available to those with low or moderate incomes. Or how about this? My state offers a matching grant program for 529 plans where they'll match your contribution to the state's 529 plan up to a certain amount. But again, it's income qualified. And what about when you reach early retirement? You may be relying on the Affordable Care Act for health insurance. And keeping your income low helps you qualify for the largest subsidies for that insurance, which makes a huge difference in how much you pay in premium. In all of these examples, the income isn't based on how much your employer paid you or your net worth, but how much income you actually show on your 1040 tax form. Since you live below your means and you saved a large percentage of your income into tax-advantaged accounts, your 1040 shows a modest income and you can take advantage of these sorts of programs. Another area where this superpower comes in handy is with credit cards. Because you never carry a balance on your credit cards and you always pay off the cards in full each month, you're able to harness the power of credit card rewards. You can play the credit card game and win. You get credit card points by strategically opening cards with the most valuable welcome bonuses and also through your everyday spending. And then you use those points strategically, either for cash back or for inexpensive or even free air travel or hotel stays. This is the benefit of using credit cards responsibly. Speaking of being responsible and knowing your limits, this next superpower is the power to know what enough is. In a society constantly pushing for more, this superpower is understanding the concept of enough. The pursuit of material things can be endless and fleeting. There's always more and better stuff out there. There's houses and cars and clothes and outdoor recreation equipment, computers, phones and gadgets, vacations, whatever it is, just infinite ways to blow your money on things that will not bring lasting happiness. But with this superpower, you recognize the pitfalls of the hedonic treadmill. This refers to the tendency of humans to get used to their condition in life quickly. Humans return to a relatively stable level of happiness or contentment despite major positive or negative events or life changes. And this happens quickly. So, for example, if you were to upgrade to a new luxury vehicle, it might make you excited and happy at first, but that feeling is fleeting. Give it a week or so, and that feeling will wear off, and you'll return to the baseline level of happiness that you were at before you bought the vehicle. Because you have this superpower, you understand this concept and carry it with you in the back of your mind. So when faced with a decision like buying a vehicle, you're going to be very practical about your actual needs. Maybe you'll avoid buying a new vehicle at all. Your superpower helps you choose to not buy it. It also helps that you have a bigger purpose for the money, financial freedom. But you also have a sense of what enough means for you. You know what you value, you spend on what you value, but you're able to stop there and put a cap on your own lifestyle inflation. Knowing what enough is gives you a lot of control over the present, but what about the future? There's a superpower for that too, because this next superpower is the power to see the future. By saving now and making intentional choices, you see how each decision shapes your path to financial freedom. It's about enjoying the present while strategically building the life that you desire. This power is like X-ray vision, but better. Using only this power, you can envision how saving money now will benefit you in the future. And you then harness the most powerful force in the universe, compound interest. This helps you see clearly that money saved now will give you more freedom in the future. You can also see that you might not always love your job or feel like grinding it out in your career for decades, and that FIRE gives you the flexibility to make choices and changes in your life. You also see that you will get old eventually. You may lose health and physical ability over time, and so you want to buy your time back before traditional retirement age. You want to give yourself the gift of an early retirement so that you can make the most of financial independence and the time and freedom that it gives you. And then tying this all together is maybe the most important superpower of all. It's the power to take action. As fun as it is to read about FIRE, listen to podcasts about FIRE, or watch videos about FIRE, none of it means anything if you don't take action. I remember when I first learned about FIRE about 10 years ago now, I took 2 actions that ended up making a big difference for me. The first is that I started funding my retirement account at work as much as possible. I was lucky enough to have access to a 401k and a 457b plan, and I prioritized the 457b because of the ability to take money out without penalty before the age of 59 and a half. But this was important to get compound interest working for me and to build the habit of saving. And the other action I took, I bought a bike lock and started finally using my bike for transportation, not just for recreation. I started using it to run errands and commute back and forth to work. This was a huge improvement in my life, and I still use bikes as my primary means of local transportation to this day. This has allowed my household to get by on one vehicle for all this time, and it's saved so much money along the way. Not to mention the physical and mental health benefits of getting regular physical activity outdoors. The point is, FIRE superheroes take action, and they're getting results because they take action. They believe they can make a positive change in their life. They get fired up, and they actually believe that FIRE is possible for them, despite whatever their life circumstances may be. Are they naive? I prefer to think they're optimistic enough to give it a try and then driven enough to stick with it. FIRE superheroes have an internal locus of control, meaning that they believe they can control the outcome of their own lives. The mere mortals, on the other hand, well, they have an external locus of control. They believe that external forces outside of their influence have control over the outcome of their lives. So they'll look for any excuse why FIRE won't work for them. They're quick to blame things like the economy, inflation, or the president. But the truth is, the ones who have been successful with FIRE are the ones who believed that it could work for them and took action and then stayed the course through the ups and downs of life, the stock market, multiple presidents, and even a global pandemic. By harnessing all these fire superpowers, you give yourself a big advantage in life and you unlock the fast track to financial freedom. And you can learn more about fire and how to take action right here.